I've been for a very long time, and I'm saying this. I've been in the political cycle. You've known me for close for years. I've been IPAC secretary, IPAC chairman, a lot of other things. I'm not doing this politics now because I want to, be somewhere or just get salary or just participate in the government. No, I would have had those opportunity long time ago. We are looking at how to save this country. Peter Obi is somebody that has conquered greed, is moral and politically upright and disciplined. Very disciplined. How I wish many Nigerians could just be used as people who go to him so that they can get mentored. Because let me tell you, the level of way he's pushing this one term is sacrosanct. It's not something that has been done in the bedroom. Peter Obi will not want to lose his integrity or wants to lose his public, acceptance and appeal by just saying something, goes to the Twitter and say it, go to television, say it on your channels. These are clear statements that he's committed to participating in governance by doing the right thing. What is 4 years? 4 years is a lot of years. If you have the leader that is compassionate and committed, that sit every day, that can have the energy to go through the papers and go through the books, 4 years is a lot of years. Go and look at what is happening in Argentina. Go and look at what what is doing in Argentina. Inflation has dropped drastically. The GDP has increased. The people are having, the unemployment rate is working. In just 2 years in Argentina. It took only 2 years for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to bring us to this level of leadership. So poor leadership. So we need to be able to understand one thing, that 2 years is a lot of years to strengthen our institutional framework, to put up our discipline when it comes to fiscal responsibility and how we manage our resources. The most important thing you see in our government is that there's so much waste in governance and we don't prioritize our spending. So these are the character that Peter Obi has, that if he brings on board, it will be able to re-engineer how governance is operated in this country. And it's clear. Look, let's not drag this issue of one person saying 4 years. You have 365 days times 4.
Is that enough to do a lot of sincerity in it? We've seen situations where politicians go with one statement, and at the end of the day, they have the right to change their minds, and they say, the people have prevailed on me. That's what I said, that's what I want, but what will I do when people say, no, that you must change your mind? You have to listen to the people. We've heard that over and over again.
This country is very diverse. Power is not domiciled in one zone. People will see you. Young people, we must give them good example. That's why, look, I've sat with him when somebody came to him and said, he said, no. I want to be able to leave example behind for young upcoming Nigerians to see that a man can make statement, a man can commit to the statement, and a man can deliver on a statement. Because this is only a pathway to creating new generation that will not see politics from the prism of it is my turn, we must grab the ballot box, you must run away with it. These are the challenge we have. People want to forcefully be in government perpetually without even delivering for the people. What we are looking for is that he has a prototype of the plan of what kind of government he thinks he should run. And he's not coming in to come and learn on the job. He's very successful when it comes to private sector, participation. He has done governor before. A lot of people might want to misrepresent his achievement, but there are records to show that he has performed and is committed to delivering good governance to any sector he has participated in. See, this one term, he's not saying it in the bedroom. He's not signing it with 3-4 people sitting down and saying, oh, look, I want to just do one term. He's telling Nigerians that in 4 years' time, if I stay for 4 years, you will see the kind of impactful leadership that you've not seen before. And then we can now usher in a system where it will be representative, that you show representation for the interest of people. You see these 2 terms that we are doing, that people have misjudged from section 134 or section 2, to say, no, it's compulsory, I must do 2 terms. If you fail in an exam, will you go to the next class? You shouldn't go to the next class. Even if you succeed in that class, and a lot of people have had first degree that are not having masters. It doesn't mean that they are not brilliant, but you have to do something that will come to your satisfaction. This kind of leadership we have today are not leadership that we must forcefully put them, they must do second term. And people talk about written agreement. Let me tell you one thing about unwritten agreement. It is even more decisive than written ones. Even more decisive, especially when it's signed with open mind with the people.
Yeah.
I am very confident. I trust in his leadership and I trust in his sense of judgment.
Question many people are asking still remain. Why are we still lacking behind? Why are we here? Why other people have moved forward? In terms of infrastructure, in terms of capital development, in terms of everything, economy, those countries that were tipped with Nigeria immediately after we get independent, that by this time that Nigeria might appear at the same level with countries like Brazil, India, China. They have all moved forward and leave us behind. That is the question, because for decades we have recycled the same leaders, the same promises they make each election year, and the same failure they continue to bring into millions of Nigeria. But today, that millions of Nigeria are asking one bold question: what if we try something different? Maybe change leadership. Those old politicians who has remained in one place, why can't we change to another set of people? Maybe the youth, those who have witnessed and know what it means to run government and to put economy of a country the way it's supposed to be. Because when you look at the whole narrative, you find out that unemployment is on rising every day. Inflation is, crushing many families in Nigeria, and the insecurity has turned home into fear zone because of bandits, kidnapping, Boko Harams, and unknown gunmen in different quarters of Nigeria. Yet Nigeria remains Africa's largest economy by potential, not by performance. The problem has never been lack of resources, because we have resources. Everything that needs to move country forward, we have it. So the problem has been leadership without accountability. That is our major problem. And that is why we youth have said, let us try something different. And that is why someone who has been a governor once in a state, who have proven and said you can go and verify for all that he have done before. If there's any fault you have found on him, you should bring it to book. But no one has come out with any concrete evidence. And that man is not any other person than the former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, who people know his movement as obedient movement, that the masses are clamoring and said, we can try this person. And that is why they are moving around trying to form a coalition whereby they can find a way to deliver Nigeria out of the mess that we have found ourselves because of the greed of the old politicians, those men in politics. So Peter Obi is not a career politician built by Godfather. He is a businessman turned public servant. As governor of Anambra State, he saved money instead of borrowing, left billions of naira in investment and millions in dollars for the state where he served as governor for 8 years, paid salaries, pensions, and improved schools and the hospital. While others borrowed for politics, Peter Obi planned for the future. And that is why the obedient movement is clamoring for the youth to come out. Let us have a change. We can try something different, not a miracle. Some people will say it is their turn. It is not a matter of my turn, but it is a matter of pushing and moving Nigeria forward. So Nigeria cannot survive by sharing oil money alone anymore. Peter Obi believes in supporting small businesses here and there, reviving local manufacturing and investing in agriculture and export. This is not theory. This is how economy grow in countries. That is how Brazil, India, China, that is how they grow. They move from consumption to production. And that is the slogan of Mr. Peter Obi, which we all are calling that 2027, we all are going to come out, because we have proved and tested it and see that it's not that he's sent, but we believe that he has the capacity and the technical know-how to push Nigeria forward. Even as he is clamoring for 110 or 4 years, he can do it to set a standard by which other people will follow, so that we know where Nigeria will be in next 4 years after 2027 general election. So as Governor Obi, have said, or what he have prioritized, schools infrastructure, healthcare system, mission schools, and the hospitals. A nation that ignores its people killed its future. And Peter Obi is one man who doesn't ignore his people. He keep on visiting and trying to, know the needs of the people. Even he's not in government, he's not in any political office, but he keep moving around. Imagine if we give him chance to become the president, what he can do. And I believe, just as the speaker have said, he is a man that have reputation, that does not want his reputation to fall on the ground. So he don't believe in bag of rice or money politics. So no bag of rice in his campaign, no money politics. Just believe. The obedient movement is not about one man. It is about a generation, demanding for competence and the good governance. That is what obedience movement is all about. So Nigeria doesn't need a loud leader. Nigeria need a competent one. Peter Obi is calm, data driving and the accountability. At a time of noise and chaos, calm leadership matters. So Peter Obi is somebody who believes in calm leadership. He don't believe in making noise or saying all kinds of things or sharing money for people, because sharing you money will put you into cage, because they are paid for what they wanted to derive or drive from the control economy. So what are we expecting from this if this thing works out? Nigeria is bigger than tribe. This is his narrative. Bigger than religion, bigger than party. Peter Obi's message is simple: competence over connection, over unity, over division, over service, over power. That is what he's all about when given chance to become the president of Nigeria come 2027, as they are forming alliance to come together under ADC. And what we are saying as an obedient movement is that if not Peter Obi, they bring out any other candidate. I don't think obedient movement may like to support that person, to vote in masses to that person, because when you look at what happened in 2023 general election, when Peter Obi contested under Labour Party, you find out that the youth majority, it is not only in Southeast, but across Nigerians, youth come out to vote. If the INEC can able to up to agree that Labour Party, who have never won any seat before in any election in Nigeria, can able to score more than 6 million to 7 million votes. Imagine if they declare the actual result of what happened in 2023 election, which many youth believe that Peter Obi won the election with Dati Ahmed Baba. That's, what will happen if we put that forces again in 2027, what Nigeria we, have as a competent leader. So Nigeria have tried everything else. Maybe, just maybe, it is time to try what works for us. And that is the reason why we say that a new Nigeria is possible if we all can come together, irrespective of our tribe, irrespective of our lingua, irrespective of our any places that with diversities and other things. We need to remove nepotism, we need to remove tribalism and the other form of hatred, and come together to build a strong and dynamic Nigeria, because in unity we all will excel as a country, but in division we may not get it right. That is why let us all come together, leave our differences, leave our egos, and support, whether it is an Igbo man, or an Hausa man, or a Igbo man, or Yoruba man. It is not all about my turn, Emiroko. It is all about who is capable to deliver Nigeria out of this economic mess and bring us to where we supposed to be. As I have said before, there is level that our founding fathers put Nigeria, or believe that Nigeria will be. Somebody like Abufumi Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Esinahoro there. There's vision they have. Ahmad Bello and Tafawa Balewa, there's vision they have for Nigeria that by this time, Nigeria is not supposed to be where they are now, because we are lacking serious behind. So this is our message to every youth out there. Let us go and think twice. Call your family members. Let us all reason together so that we all can come together to move Nigeria forward. And that is my message on this video. Thank you very much, and relax and listen to what Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and this man have to say about Peter Obi. God bless you, and see you in my next video. Thank you very much.
So why you follow us this time like this?
His Excellency, my younger brother, Peter Obi, and the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, the national chairman of Labour Party, the Director General of the campaign organization, and other senior members of the team. Let me not bother my senator. There are two female senators. You are too oppressive. So, first, let me formally welcome you. Daddy, you would have paid the fine if I did not see you. You are welcome.
Thank you,
I finished my protocol before you came in. So first, let me welcome you and your team. I will be very fast because of the time you have to fly to Asaba. And to thank you for finding time to come and pay the courtesy call on me, because I know the presidential candidates that will come to Inago anytime that I'm here will want to come and pay this respect. So I have to thank you that you are the first, because I came here 2 days ago. Then yesterday, I went to Abakaliki, came back this morning. And after all, use this unique opportunity to encourage you in what you are doing. And Nigeria, for us to move forward, we need unity. So many countries, when you talk about in the late 50s, early 60s, there was prediction that Nigeria and XYZ countries will be at par. I don't want to go into mentioning those names. And you normally ask yourself, why are we still where we are? This was predicted by intellectuals, not ordinary people. People who study the world and look at the world trends and predicted that Nigeria, Brazil, India, blah, 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 will be this. All those countries have left us. But we are still where we are. And we Nigerians must ask ourselves one question. Why have we not been able to move with others? There is, in terms of tribal sentiment, racist sentiments, and so on, it's almost every nation. But the degree we have in Nigeria is very debilitating. It's what is pushing us backward. We have a country that we don't believe we belong into that country. Most of our leaders will say Nigeria is not a nation. We have different nationalities. It's a geographical expression, all kinds of terms. And I believe that the young people especially, if we must move forward, we must leave those sentiments aside. Every nation, every country, they have their own history. A Nigerian must see himself as a Nigerian. And we must see ourselves as one. And if I am the president, if the best person to hold a particular office is either from Enugu or from Ibadan or from Sokoto or from Yenagua or from Calabar